Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in fact it's not another video, this is the first video for the Xiaomi Mi 11X on this channel. Now I know it's been a while since I bought this device. I've been using this as my personal phone, and by now you should have been seeing custom ROM videos, but thanks to Xiaomi, they chose to give me a 14-day unlock period for this device. So on the 10th of August, this phone will be unlocked and will be flashing a lot of custom ROMs and all that fun. But that doesn't stop us from making videos like these, in which we are going to talk about the top 9 unique features of this device, which has made me feel that it raises the experience one level up. We're going to talk about a lot of things, but before we get into all of that, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. In the description of each video you will find a link to our Telegram community, where you have more than 1,000 like-minded people chatting with each other about tech and smartphones, so join us there. Last but not the least, if you think the hard work is worth the effort, please click on the join button and support the channel. Now without further ado, hello awesome people, welcome to PhoneOps. My name is Kailash. Let's get going. Alright, so what we can do is, first of all, I will give you a list of the features that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Dolby Atmos, which is amazing with this dual sound setup or dual speaker setup. MEMC and HDR in display, amazing for viewing content. Paper reading mode, if you want to turn your device into an e-reader of some sort. Adjust sound for multiple applications, something that I've been using on Windows 10 for a long time. Back tap, double tap and fingerprint gestures, amazing features, but not working as good as Apple iPhone devices. Adaptive color in display using True Light sensor. Again, they are trying to replicate what Apple is doing with their True Tone display. They are getting there, but not perfect, and you will see yourself turning it off most of the time. Voice changer in Game Turbo worked like a charm for me. Movie effect in camera after the vlog mode, this is a neat addition, and you need to, maybe sort of learn how to use it. Audio zoom using triple mic, I have not tried it, but it sounds like an amazing addition because this device does have 3 microphones, and in the future, like the Chinese version of this phone, the Chinese ROM of this phone already has a 90 fps screen recorder. So if you're someone who is going to record screens and put those videos on YouTube, it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's start with the first one, that is Dolby Atmos. And as you can see over here, I am on a lock bootloader, MIUI version 12.5.2 global, and this is a Mi 11X 6128 variant. So first things first, if you actually go to sound over here, right, and if you go to sound effects, you will see that it has Dolby Atmos. Now we have turned it off. I don't know how well or how good I'll be able to tell you or show you the difference on camera, because I am using a mic which is pointing towards me, but nonetheless, let's give it a try. So let's go to a YouTube music video paradox which we use. Alright, this is with Dolby Atmos off. Okay, so let's actually put this in split screen here, and let's go to sound effects here. So let's put this on. There you go. The moment you go in Dolby Atmos, the whole stereo effect, the clarity of the sound, it definitely changes. Let me turn it off. Okay, this is straight up loud, but the quality is not that great. So let's turn it on again. This is more like, what Dolby Atmos does is it evens the sound between 2 speakers and the clarity increases, and it's pretty good is what I would say. If you want loud, you can turn it off, but I prefer this because this definitely gives you good sound quality. Let's go ahead and pause this. So Dolby Atmos for me has been a good experience, not only because it gives you good experience in music. I do listen to a lot of music on my earbuds, and when I'm traveling, I do watch a lot of web series and videos and stuff like that on here as well, right? So you can go ahead and close the multi windows over here. So Dolby Atmos has my respect there. It works pretty good. So you also have MEMC and HDR in display. Now once again, if you say go to YouTube and look for maybe a 4K video, say 4K nature, okay, 4K nature ultra HD. Okay, we're gonna turn the volume down over there, right? and let's put this in full screen mode. Now what you will see over here, let me show you this real quick. Go to picture, you do have MEMC and HDR in enhanced colors. So first turn this off. As you can see, the video definitely turned a little whitish, or you know, it turned into a little white over here. And if you see over here, you go here, right? Original. This is the original quality, right? So turn on HDR. You definitely see the difference over there. And remember, this display is a display which is rated A+ by DisplayMate, so definitely they have something going on there. And about MEMC, it's basically a feature which makes your video look much more smoother. Like if you have a video which is like 25-30 FPS, it will, by artificial intelligence, add some frames in there, and it will make the video look much more smoother. So you might not notice in this, but you do see over here, I turned it off, I turned it on, it will stop for some time, and now it looks smoother. Now check this out. You see this? It is a little stuttery right now, and then it's become smooth. So another, you know, second feature that works pretty good. It definitely makes a daily life difference to using this phone. Now moving on, if you actually are someone who reads a lot, you actually go to display over here. You do have your reading mode, so you turn it on, and then you have the paper mode, right? Now you will notice that it has become very subtle to your eyes, and it makes reading some content on the screen that much more easier. This is the classic mode, this is the paper mode, right? And if you click here, there you go, you can actually go ahead and adjust the color, temperature, the texture, and all those things. Even in classic mode you can do the same things. So if you're someone who does a lot of reading, you do use a lot of reading mode, then this e-paper mode is really interesting and should be of great use to you. Now moving on, another sound feature over here, right? So we were looking at beautiful Norway over here. Now you do see that this is the audio, but if I click on this small button over here, I can individually adjust the volume. So no matter what level at my volume is, when I open this particular app, it will always say start at 50%. So that is a pretty neat addition as well, because sometimes if you keep the volume very high for all the apps, you will have some issues like the music starts really loud and stuff like that. So you know, the adjusting of sound for different applications is a MIUI 12.5 feature, and it works really great, right? Now moving on, we have something which is really great. Well, I said it earlier, they have tried to replicate what Apple does, and it's a hit and a miss. So if you go over here and if you type tap, right, you have something called as back tap. Now basically what you need to do is you just need to go ahead and take this phone, right, you can see it, there you go. So sometimes it's a hit and sometimes it's not. So say triple tap, there you go. So it takes getting used to, and it works fine most of the time. But what I did notice is that sometimes if I just hold the device from the back, like my finger just rests there, like I slightly touch it, it considers it as a tap and it takes a screenshot at unnecessary places. Now that did annoy me a little bit. That is the reason I went ahead and, you know, disabled that feature. But if you can master it, it works absolutely fine. You do have fingerprint tap gestures as well, like opening camera and stuff like that. So that's pretty neat. Now moving on, we have adaptive color in display using two light sensors. So this device does have two light sensors, which makes, you know, the display brightness adjustments pretty good. So if you actually go to display settings, you go to color scheme, you have something called as adaptive colors. You can go ahead and turn it on, and based on the ambient lighting, based on the lighting surrounding the device, using the two light sensors, it will adjust just like Apple's True Tone display. Now I'm not saying this is a gimmick or this doesn't work, it definitely works, but the accuracy is not Apple level. And I'm pretty sure if Xiaomi have started including this in their mid high-end or absolutely high-end devices, in about a year's time, once they have enough, you know, raw data of what different lighting conditions needs different kinds of display brightness, it should work really great in the future. So at least it's good to see that they have had a start. Now moving on, if we actually go to security, where we are going to talk about Game Turbo, that's in the security application over here. Let's look for Game Turbo real quick. There you go. If you go to settings, you do see that I have enabled Game Turbo for all these applications. So let's enable one of these apps, for example CPU throttling test. You do have Game Turbo over here, and you do have voice changer, and you have an option to try. So say cartoon, hello 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 1 2 3 check, hello hello hello. Right, so that is also pretty good, and I did ask my teammates in BGMI as well for the Mi 11X. It was working for me absolutely fine. So that's great. Now moving on, we're going to talk about some extras in the camera application, right? So if you go over here and you look for all the additional features over here, you do have something called as movie effects. Now you do see that in this particular effect, the whole background is zooming in, so there is a different way of shooting it. It does give you inputs of how to do that. You do have the slow shutter, which you can use in low light, and then you have time freeze, in which one part of the frame gets frozen and the other part keeps moving, and you do have night time lapse and parallel world. So these are some advanced features which makes shooting videos or making movies on your phone, if you don't have a laptop handy and stuff like that, pretty good, along with vlog mode. So those are pretty neat addition to the built-in camera app, and it really adds value to that particular application. Now that is not the only camera nifty feature that we are going to talk about. Right, so if you go to the video mode and if you go to additional settings over here, you do have something called as audio zoom. Now this device does come with 3 mics. That means what it will do is it will sort of fade out the nearby audio, and the audio which is from people or things which are a little far away from the camera, that will be zoomed in, just like how you zoom in a particular video or a picture and stuff like that. So this is a pretty nifty feature. To use it in action, it feels really a little unreal, because there is a lot of artificial intelligence and stuff that is included, but yeah, it works, and you can get a lot of advantages if you do it the right way. So those were all the interesting features that are available in the Mi 11X, and there is some bonus as well. There is a 90 FPS screen recorder. Now if you talk about the screen recording which is built in right now, well, it is just 60 FPS, but you do know that this device is 120 FPS and most of the games do work in 90 FPS. I know BGMI is not working, and I hope that the support will be there soon, but you can, on the Chinese ROM of this particular device, record your screen in 90 FPS and probably use those extra frames to create some good effects or slow motion and stuff. I don't really know, but yes, the 90 FPS screen recorder should be coming to the global version really soon. I really hope that. So those are all the nifty and unique features of the Mi 11X in software terms and hardware terms as well. This combo really makes this device stand out. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about this video, or should we make some more videos like these which are not routing, flashing or custom ROM related on the stock software or the stock hardware of the device. Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off at PhoneOps. Keep smiling. Take care. Goodbye.